Okay, welcome back everyone. Steve's Place Down Under. Today we unloaded this Chamberlain. I didn't video it because it was fairly sketchy how we did, and I thought to cut back on the comments. I took a few photos for those of you who are interested, but I wasn't going to post them, put them on the video. So plus I needed to concentrate on what we were doing. We had a forklift either side, but she was pretty hairy and the comments would have been out of control, so I just sort of left that alone and we'll start it from here. But so we've got it back in the shed. I thought if I put it down the back we're not going to work on it, so we put her in here, got the motor going. Obviously, for those of you who haven't seen that episode, there is a pickup episode of this machine, a Will It Start, and now this one. So it won't be called part 3, but it is a sort of a 3-part thing at the moment. I've got the back wheel off. This was sitting for over 40 years in the one spot. So, well, when I say one spot, it was sitting outside for 40 years. 22 years ago, a mate of mine towed it out of the scrub. Another bloke was going to do something with it, and then it sat there again. So it's been at least 22 years in the one spot, and where she sat on this rim here with the tyre flat, she's a bit rotten. So I have chased around for one of these. I haven't looked too hard. Only when I say chase, it's only been a few emails to people that sell the Chamberlain parts and whatever, but I haven't rang around anywhere, just that. But I thought if I can get another rim, they only run sort of 18 pound or something, these wheels, so if I can cut this off and then stitch another bead on there, and then they're going to have water anyway, so you're not running big pressure, so I'd be quite confident of that. The rest of the rim's fine. We've got the tyre off, had wheel weights on it, there they are there. They're about 60 or 70 kilo each, those. This one's still got them on, I'll show you it. 16/9/28 tyres, so 28 inch. I was actually working on this yesterday, and the bloke next door, who I'm getting the Oliver and the other Inter off, I got a text come through while I was working on it, and I thought, you must be watching me. Yeah, but he heard it crank up and he said, I've got two 16/9/28 tyres here if you want them. And I didn't know it was him to start with till I scrolled down. And I didn't have his number saved, but that was a blessing in disguise. I've got some 28s, but they're a lot narrower. But these are, what he's got is exactly the same that's on it. A different tread, but the same size. So I'll go and see him, the Savo, for them, and I've got to pay him for the Oliver and the Inter that I got. That'll be another episode for you, those of you who haven't seen that. And the fronts are 920s, so probably not a lot more I can do to the back until I get another rim similar size that I can cut up or make fit or whatever I'm going to do there. So I've got another mate of mine, he's got an old Acco that he took these off, so these are 920s. They're on split rims, so these are tubes. He put radials on them which are 11R 22.5, so which will fit the same spider. So he took these off. He brought 6 of them here for me, and a few other blokes got a few of them too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the tyres and tubes off those and put on the front of this one. So those are split rims as well. Whenever you undo those nuts, these must be deflated, because that can nearly kill you. I know a bloke that it near happened to. So to pull that wheel off, you either take the wheel bearing itself out, like the hub nut, or to get the tyre off on there, you've got to deflate it, which it has been for 40 years, and then undo that ring will come off the outside. Same on this side. So I think the goal today is to get 2 of them on it. So it's about, I don't know, probably 46 or 47 degrees out here today, and centigrade. So I thought, why not? What a perfect day to do some tractor tyres. Not bad in under here, you just go out in that sun, it's very hot. So I'll set this up. Got to break the bead on that. We're going to have to do it on the machine. I was going to use that little excavator, but it's got a problem, so we've got to go and work on it to actually get it down here to start with. So whether I do that first or not, but that'd be ideal, to hook over the back of that tyre and break that bead. But we might be able to get something from this side, a forklift or something. That one.
Right. Hold it. Right. Fuck, it just bounces off, right?
That's it.
What about that half up?
It's off. Which one is it? This one? Break that, it's only cast.
I slid over a lip there, look.
It's always pretty loose anyway.
Very hard, mate, yeah.
Get that started.
Yeah. They're easy, them rims just get that fucking broken bead on it. Bolts are long enough, that's the next thing.
Paint some of that stuff on them.
Got to get 2 bolts in there, eh? Might have to get 2 longer ones. Hope they're lined up. Long enough?
Probably not. I think we'll get it. No, Tyres
rock hard. Shoot it under on the ground. Get it, that's I'm just stop it rolling so it might fall out.
Alrighty, we got one pumped up and on. I didn't film the rest of it, I just forgot to, we just got carried away, and that's pumped up. It's got about 50 pound in it, which is enough for the time being till we try and lift with it. It might be a bit soft, but and we'll try and do the other side. It's getting on in the RVL bit, but we'll try and do one more. And pretty big step unloading it and doing these. That one's got bigger bolts on it, so I'll get some more stuff for that one. Okay, we're going to use a New Holland to front wheel on the New Holland just to walk around the edge of that, push it off the bead.
They might hold themselves.
Where are you at?
Just go on
Top.
Too tight.
What's it doing?
Right.
Is it hurt or not?
Oh, the same with the ring spinner, I think. Did it come off?
No.
Righto.
I need something quicker than that. socket would have come off it and everything.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Mate. Go.
Is it hurting or not?
Yeah. At least you got some power. Right, keep going. Does the socket come off it? I've got that 3/4 drive one for the back.
My hands are going to be bruised. Clean her up, cut on. Grease all that up, soap it up.
good. Take much to stop it. You there?
With a couple of miles on it, isn't she? What's your front winner? F8. Again, huh?
Pick it up. Come speeding. Be good sound behind you, wouldn't it? Look at that.
Especially if you just had a couple with your mate.
Oh,
They've got never sees on them ready to go, they just need a lick. Only two there that we don't need to hold.
how come they went in better than the other?
I think they're longer, there's a lot more tread hanging out.
Tread.
Joe saying tread. Drip to tread. They're metric bolts, rubbish.
That's plain here.
Yeah. You reckon they get what we do?
Probably not profit. Half a career, and reckon you never made money like I would get.
Nah.
You couldn't believe the wages I was getting when
You're not working on the fucking thing either, eh?
No, driving me out $2 grand a week. So I should work for me.
I'm not going to put a bolt in that cover.
Want some air pressure? Cow in that?
No, it's not big.
Like truck wheels make it look good.
Oh yeah, dodgy.
Made that old ghost better with a nice set of wheels on
Oh,
it.
I did, yeah. Might have put them on that trailer and bought.
Where's the water coming from?
I don't know. Might have been in the tube. Probably in the band.
Around the tyre.
That was the flat one, so I just hope it's...
It's sliding out nice, hey, you can see it sliding.
Yeah.
They're pretty good to use, them rims, aren't they?
Oh, no, yeah. Fucking sat there for nearly 50 years. It's not bad.
one, you know what you're doing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there it is, mate.
I'm happy with that. That's a good day. Actually looks nice. A lot of history there.
Better than it did on the back of that float.
Alright, I think that's a fair day's work. Two 920s on her. Surprise, I mean, this whole machine's still a mess, but the surprise, the difference it can make just doing things like that. So I was going next door to get some tyres today, but it's still hot. I think where they're located is out in the sun, so we don't want to go and bother him and get him out in the sun. We're in the shade here, so.
Tell them the one in America is 110 degrees here.
Yeah. 110 degrees Fahrenheit here today, which is around 45, 46 here for us, so in here wasn't too bad, but as soon as you walked out in that sun, it was terrible. Good day for changing tractor tyres. So we're not leaving this episode here, but this segment we'll continue this on. Good morning, everyone. I had no luck getting, this is the following weekend, I've had no luck getting a rim for this Chamberlain. I've sent a few emails, made a few calls, but a lot of people can offer a 28-inch rim to fit that same tyre, but the centre's fully welded in these. It's not like the Massey Ferguson ones where they're bolted in like that. So I thought, now this wheel here is off the TE20 that I got, the Massey Ferguson, the grey Ferguson I've got. I'm going to buy some new rims for this. They're readily available on eBay. I think they're 240 each. I might just buy one a month and then we'll do a episode on that because I've got tyres to fit it. So I'm not wasting this rim. I would rather repair the Chamberlain one with this, because the Chamberlain ones aren't available, then I'll buy a new one for this, as I said, because it's wrecked too. But so I need 4 rims for that grey Ferguson. So yesterday afternoon I pulled one off it. It's got basically the same profile. It's out a little bit, but that certainly won't matter. I'll fold it and bend it and grind it so there's no sharp edges for the tube to rub on. So I've cut that out. You can see how bad this wheel was. This is the Chamberlain one. So it's sat for over 50 years, or over 40 years, approaching 50 years. 22 years in one spot, which is where this happened, and another 20 odd before that. But it was towed there, so it never started. I've sewn it into here, but I cut the Ferguson one out first thinking that it was long enough, but it wasn't, because the rust just kept going, so I just have to put a bit more of a patch in there. I know this is fairly rough, but I don't think 15 or 18 pounds going to blow that apart either. If it does, there's a guard there, but I can't see it, plus it'll have water in it, so it's welding pretty good. There's still a few thin spots which won't matter. She's burnt through in some of the spots, which is good, but I'll grind that back and then run a bead this side too, and then I'll patch that up. So when parts are hard to get, you got to use what you've got. So that's what's going on at the moment. I think this side here, it's okay, this one. I thought that truck was going down, but it's going up. Sounds like Jacob brakes. Funny, he's got a little hole here. That's all I can see in it. And again, 18 pounds not gonna blow that apart. So I'm going down next door now to get the tyres for it. I've ordered one tube off eBay. It was fairly expensive, so I thought I'll just get one a week or something and pay the card back, or however that works. So I'm not going to have enough time this weekend to finish it anyway, but I might get one on. So I'll go and get the tyres off the bloke next door now, finish welding that and bolt that on. But I might try and free those brakes up first, because I don't think she was rolling. Now's the ideal time to take that drum off if we can, and see how we go. trailer off and put the truck back in the shed. That's what the noise is. 871. Okay, I finished this wheel. Again, I'm fairly confident with it. It's not going to, I don't think 14 to 16 PSI is going to blow that out. All I've got to do now is put a sandpaper or a flapper wheel on, get rid of all the sharp edges, get rid of this rust here so it doesn't rub through the tube, and we'll make sure the brake drum's free, make sure that wheel spins before we put it on, because now's obviously the time for that. Then we'll go and pick them tyres up. We just went next door and got them. I threw them over the fence. While I was down there, I bought 3 more tractors and 2 little trucks, so that'll be another episode. So I've got a Oliver 1800, which I've told you about previous episodes, an International 514, an International 554, a J Series Bedford, J model Bedford, and a Austin, little bonneted Austin truck. I don't know much about those, but he said if you're coming down to tow the tractors home, take these with you. So should be some pretty good content there, getting all that going. The 2 Inters go, but one needs an engine kit and the other needs the clutch forks. The bolt that locks the clutch fork to the clutch shaft has come out, so she's got no clutch. He said it'll start, but she'll have no clutch, so I might even lay underneath her and see what goes on there. He said the Oliver 1800 will go. It's a 6354 Perkins, which is 1850 spec, I believe, but it should add the Waukesha in it, but it's had a 6354 fitted, and it's a beautiful job. You wouldn't even know unless you're a die-hard Oliver enthusiast. But so I've got 2 tyres with that, and I've got 4 16.9/28 tyres, so I think they're roughly the same as an 18.4/28, like fit the same rim. I do have another Chamberlain, belongs to the family, about 3 hours from here, which we may go and get. Same, I think it's a 9G, might be a 6. Real rough old thing like this anyway, but it needs a tyre before we can. It'll need to be rolled on the truck because there's nothing there to lift it. So if we go and get that, I'll need them tyres too, which has got 18.4/28s, but I think they'll fit. So take the forklift down to get those. I'll carry 2 up that I'm going to use and put the rest down the back. And the actual Inter down there, the 554's got 18.430s on it, so I either need to, one's got a tube blown out, so I'll need to take a tube down, or I think I've got a 554 down the bush there that may have a pumped up tyre on it, but we'll see. So that's some upcoming content which I'm looking forward to. We'll do that over Christmas. It's too hot now, plus he hasn't got time today to do it, this bloke next door, so I've got 2 weeks off coming up, so I'll do it then. Next thing is to pack a few things away, then see if we can get this wheel to turn while it's all off. When she's full of dirt or rusted or transmission's locked up, I have no idea yet. I'll forklift down, pick these tyres up. We just wheeled them through that gate there from the bloke next door. We've got 2 for the Oliver here, 23 126s. They're pretty good tyres compared to what's on it, so we'll fit them one day when we get it through the fence. And these are all 16.9/28s, so I'll probably put those 2 on it there. And I'll pick 2 good ones anyway, and I'll have 2 spares. the two with me now because those two I want in a different spot. So these two can come to the shed and go in the chamberlain. Okay, it's the following week. We've got one done. We had a few people around for Dad's birthday the other night, and we end up just, while we were drinking, putting the tyre on the rim and putting it on. So poor things got carried away. What we got up to, we took the other tyre off as well. I just got a needle gun, all that now. Get all that rust off, and then we'll mount the tyre, actually patch the tube. So this is the original tube that was in there. So it was flat for all those years, and it still seems okay. It's got a bit of rust stuck to it, which I'll scrape off, but apart from that, it's all right. It's been up for a week now. Still fairly firm, so pretty confident in that. And we'll put it back on and put the engine back together and see if we can't drive it. It's my birthday yesterday, turned 39. Then our Christmas party was last night, so it was a fairly big couple of days. So a bit slow today, but you do what you got to do. So I'll set this up with the needle gun. That's a tyre there, and we'll try and mount it. Okay everyone, it's a few days later. It's a day after Boxing Day, so I've turned 39 in the time of recording this video. I've had Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and now today I thought I'd come over and try and do a little bit. I spent the morning, been a relaxing day, but I spent the morning cleaning the car because we've been doing a lot of driving around, which I don't usually do, is clean the car. And when using my mower on Christmas Eve, I think it was, I turned it off because a stick flicked the belt off, and then she wouldn't start again. So I bridged the starter just with the screwdriver I had, and I spent the morning, well, last couple of hours trying to find the fault. And believe it or not, there were 3 safety switches. It's a John Deere 425. There's a safety switch on the right lever, the left lever, and the park brake, and believe it or not, they all failed. I pulled them off and done a continuity test on them, and they were very intermittent if they worked at all. So, which is strange to me because they're looped, right? So for them all to go at once is very strange, but they are. So I just got rid of them all because they were expensive. And in America, I didn't try J-Car or anything here, but just the ones on eBay that come from the US. So you're talking $100 and something time you get 3 of them, and freight. And I thought, well, it's the same people that use it all the time, and there's a procedure to start it anyway, which is basically muscle memory, so you're going to start it that way anyway. So I've just given it a go, and it all works. I fixed an oil leak on it, which emptied out that cylinder for the drive, that reservoir there, and the tyres off the rim. And I noticed the valves, they're tubeless, and I noticed the valve's gone. So I can either go and raid an old rim I've got, or go in the parts shop and get a nice soft new one. I think I'll do that. I've got to go into town at some stage over the next day or two, so just go to the auto shop, the car shop, and get one. I've had this for, I don't know, got it when I bought the place from 12 years ago or something. It's got nearly 900 hours on it. It's been a good mower. Just starting to use a little bit of oil now. Done a lot of belts and pulleys on it, but we're doing 7 or 8 acres at a time with it, so it's done really well. It's still in pretty good order. It's got a 23 horsepower Vanguard V-twin on it, vertical shaft. Had a John Deere sticker on it, but it's not what it is. And we've panel beated the deck quite a few times, but apart from that, look, it is getting tired, but it still does the job. To update them now, I think I give 6,000 plus GST, which is about 6,600. And now I think you're adding 5,000 or 6,000 to them. It's just ridiculous for the same size thing. And to go a bigger cut than that, you've got to get a lot bigger machine. So, right, drive it into the ground, I suppose. So what I'm going to do, I was going to put the tyre on this Chamberlain. I've just released the Will It Start episode and getting a lot of comments, a few comments, they're all good ones, but a lot of people said, oh, it's running now, but you know, let's see if it keeps running, and it's a long way off driving and everything, but you know, a lot's happened since then. So it's got 3 tyres on it. I was going to do the other one, but I just noticed when I was cleaning up the rim in that last time I was filming over here just before Christmas, it's got that, so I might just fix that. Might cut a piece out of that other rim and sew into that, and then we'll put the tube and tyre on and put the engine back together. It's got a few water leaks. I think the radiator will have to come out and we'll attack it from that way, but the radiator leaks plus a few of the little hoses around the pump and everything. But then we'll run it back up just off a drum, put some oil in that transmission, see if we can't get the clutch to work. If that clutch works, she's going to roll on out of here. The lift isn't going to work yet. I'll have to get some hoses. I'll probably pull those off and take them into work. Next time the hose doctor's there, I'll get a couple made. I'm not going to do the same as I did with the Sami Centauro up there, which was air brake line. It was rated at 2250 PSI, but that's only lifting a blade, right? It's not lifting a load. So if you had something hanging off here, and I'd like to be able to use it, you're going to increase the pressure in those hoses a lot more than just lifting that blade up there. So they need to be in good order, plus you're sitting right near them here. So I'll just pull them all off and get all of those made. And I know the pump works because it started leaking out of one of these fittings here, so I think that tank's got to come off. She did leak, but one step at a time. It's a lot closer than any of you thought it'd be, or I thought it'd be. So what we'll do now, we'll just cut that piece out of that rim. It's getting later in the afternoon. I'm just having probably time for one of them. Rim's a bit rusty. That tube's the original tube. We put one patch on it, and that's been up for 3 weeks now. Well, probably 2 weeks. So I'm happy to put that back in. We'll get her sitting down on all 4, then we'll attack the mechanical side of it again, see if we can't get her to move. think that'll do. I only ground the back of it to take the sharp edges off, or the inside of it. I'm not going to grind this side because if you get rid of if you grind it too much, it's going to take the bulk of the weld away and become weak. So I'm happy with that. Still a bit of daylight left, and there's about 6 stubbies left in the fridge, so I might even attack this tyre. I'll roll her over here and soap her up and see what we can't do.
Do you want me to hold one of them?
Jumping down into the... There she goes. Okay, the back of her sitting down. She's holding her own after 40 years. Still got one front wheel up on the blocks. I'll let her down now. I actually use the forklift to do that, but I'll get the jack underneath her while I've got all them blocks there. Hopefully she goes down enough to the tyre to take the weight. Yep. Okay. She's now on all fours. Bit of engine work to her tomorrow and see if we can't drive her. She is. Front ones are still holding wind. A couple of weeks now, they haven't sagged any. That back one does go down with that bit suspect looking tube we just put in there. If she loses any wind, I'll just get another one. They're $120 or something. It doesn't sound much, but when you're working on all these tractors, it all adds up. You try and get them going on the cheap, so they all do go, but some things just can't be helped, like this side here. It was had it, but the other side, I think it'll work fine. I think that'll do it for today, but see how long this episode actually is if we'll do a bit of engine work and try and drive it on the same one. Okay everyone, I think I'm going to keep that episode here. I was going to involve driving it and everything, but there's still a lot of engine work and bits and pieces to do before we even attempt that. So I think this tyre episode is going to be long enough with fixing that rim and bits and pieces. So thanks to everyone for watching, supporting us this year. Thank you for all the merchandise. It's nearly gone. There's a few things left, but not much. And those Patreon members, that's just fantastic. Thank you to all those fellas. It's up to 10 now, which is great. There'll be plenty more on this. There's another episode coming. I just got to duck into town now and get a few bits and pieces for the mower in this, so not a lot, but. And then we'll do the next episode. There is a couple of other episodes already done on other things too, so they may be in the mix, but this will be until it's working. There'll be episodes on this. So thanks everyone for watching, and see you in the next episode.